Earthquake. Chapter 1. Hinata was early. The cafe was the prettiest spot near Sendai, and just like his friends had said, it wasn't at all hard to find right next to Alba Castle, not far from Alba Josai. This place is something else, Hinata thought to himself as he made his way to a booth and sat down. The place was decked in huge vases with an abundance of flowers that filled the air with the aroma of orchids and tulips. Almost directly above the booth, a huge ornate chandelier shaped like a flower. Awesome, Hinata stared in wonder. This place is so cool. I wonder if Kageyama… no. There would be no way Kageyama would want to come to a place like this. Hinata sighed and took out his phone. His friend was running late. There weren't many people in here today, probably because it was about to be the rainy season. He held up his phone to take a picture of the place and froze. A slender figure with bruised brown hair and a model-like face emerged from the other end of the cafe, wiping his hands on the sides of his jeans. He looked elegant in a white shirt and brown tie. Currently unaware, he walked straight in Hinata's direction until their eyes met. Grand King? Both had equal levels of shock on their faces. Oh my, if it isn't Karasuno's shrimp. What brings you here? I'm meeting a friend who lives in Sendai. A friend, huh? Where's your usual partner in crime? Kageyama? He has a family get-together. Oikawa couldn't help but notice the fleeting downcast eyes and saddened tone before Hinata perked up and asked, What about you? What are you doing here? Oikawa ran his fingers through his hair. I'm on a date. Why else would I be here? Hinata glanced around. She's not here yet. She's running late. You picked the perfect spot for a date. Didn't I just? Everyone knows this as the first date cafe. Are you sure there's nothing going on between you and your little friend, Hinata blushed. For some reason, Oikawa got a kick out of it. It's nothing like that. Hinata shook his head. Oikawa smirked. Oh, really? Oh, whatever you say. This place is also perfect because I live just around the corner. Wait. Oikawa's eyes suddenly widened. Did you feel that? Hinata cocked his head to the side. Feel what? Had he imagined it? No. There had been a small rumble under the floor. That tremor. The alarming look in Oikawa's eyes gave Hinata a prickling sensation at the back of his neck. That tremor on the ground. Oikawa was agitated. His eyes searched the floor. Hinata frowned and realized that he was sat in a booth. My feet aren't touching the ground. Suddenly, the table, the seat, the wall, the ceiling, the floor began to shake. Someone started yelling. The judder of the giant vases on the floor were like an army of 1,000,000 soldiers stamping their feet. A plate, a glass, something shattered. Hinata and Oikawa locked eyes. Earthquake. Hinata's whole body uncontrollably vibrated. He grabbed the sides of the table to try and stop himself shaking as Oikawa slipped and slid like a surfer trying to stay standing. Screaming. People were screaming. Water from the giant vases splashed onto the floor. Someone tried to run but slipped and fell. Above, the chandelier was rattling, louder and louder, shuddering, violent, and then… Hinata could see it, like he could in a game sometimes. It snapped, and like in slow motion, the chandelier began falling and falling.